I'm Sophie from Healthy You. Welcome to our Healthy You Feel Good Festival with Fresh. Hope you're having a good day so far. I'm going to take you through some balance exercises today, things that you can do in your own home, really nice and simple. All I've got is a chair, or you might use a countertop if you're in the kitchen, and I've got a rolled up towel. Hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a problem to get those things sorted for yourself. Okay. The project, Healthy You, is all about supporting people to be more active and to lead healthier lifestyles. My role as a Healthy You coordinator is to support people in their getting healthy journey, to help you find activities that you might like, to start to promote things that already exist, and to set up new activities where there's a need. There's lots going on in the area, and that other people are running, and I'd be really happy to point you in the right direction, do some signposting and shout about all the fantastic things that are out there. I'm convinced that there's something out there for everybody. The most important message is that we're looking after ourselves, our physical health, our mental health, that we're socialising, that we're being as active as possible and giving ourselves the healthiest time that we can. Okay, right, let's get started. We are going to start off with a quick warm-up. Okay, nothing too strenuous. We're just going to go for a bit of a march and get the blood pumping. So, lifting your feet up, just gently swinging the arms next to your body. This will warm you up. Now you see, there's no reason why you can't do this while you're watching a bit of television. We all sit around far too much. So why not, in an ad break, get up, do a bit of marching. You can even do it sitting down. It still gets the blood flowing, still gets the heart rate up, still makes you feel good. Okay, let's just lift the knees slightly higher. Okay, you can slow down that march in order to make sure that we're keeping nice and stable. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you can keep the march shallower if you're happier there. If it's too much with the arms, you can put your hands on your hips, and if that march is too much, you can just toe tap in front of you. So it's slowing it right down. Okay, but I'm going to keep marching here, and I'm going to keep swinging the arms. Very good. Well done. Okay, should be feeling a little bit warmer by now. Okay, let's stop there. Let's keep feet roughly hip distance apart, and we're just going to stretch all the way up to the sky. Nice big stretch, and come back down. And again, we're going to breathe in, stretch all the way up, and come all the way down. Hands on hips. I just want you to turn and look over one shoulder and back to the beginning, and turn and look over the other shoulder and back to the front again. Then I want you to look down towards your toes and come back up to the middle, and then just let your neck gently go backwards, look up to the ceiling, and then come back here. Drop one ear down towards the shoulder. Try not to raise the shoulders up here. We're taking ear to shoulder rather than shoulder to ear. And then to the middle, and then the other way. Dropping the ear to the shoulder. And then up we come. Excellent. We're just going to do some gentle arm crosses in front and back, in front and back. The speed that you do these is up to you. If you've got a bit more speed in you, you can speed it up. It doesn't matter, we're just going in and crossing over. Two more. Lovely. And we're just going to have one more stretch up to the sky, and round we come. Okay. Are we ready to do some balance exercises then? Balance is really important. Getting our bodies nice and strong and feeling steady on our feet. These are the things that are going to make us want to go out more. We're going to want to go and be active and do all those lovely things, to join a walking group or to go and meet up with friends in the park for a walk. If you feel strong and steady, you're going to keep doing those things for a lot longer. Okay, so we've done a bit of a march, got the blood flowing, we've had a bit of a stretch. Okay, first thing I want you to do is I want you to have a little bit of a test. I'd like you to time yourself no more than 30 seconds, or for the count of 30 if that's easier, and I want you to see how long you can balance standing on one leg. Now, it's probably best to have a chair by the side of you for doing this. I don't want anyone falling over at any time, okay? So have the chair there, but we're not going to hold on to it, but it's there if you need it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the weight on one leg, and then you're going to lift the other leg up behind you, and you're just going to see if you can hold that balance. Now if you feel wobbly, grab that chair, put the foot down. But you're going to count to see how long you can stay up on that one foot. Now if you want to use a timer, that's great. If you want to just count, that's also absolutely fine. So do it on both sides. So we can count, we can see if we can count for 30. So we can lift that foot up. I'm going to let go of the chair, and I'm going to hold it there and see how long we can balance for. Now you might feel the other legs start to wobble. That's perfectly normal. That's just all the muscles kicking in and going, ah, we need to work. That's all it is, okay? So if you start to feel wobbly, whoa, put your foot down, grab onto the chair again. Okay, so I want you to try that on both legs and maybe write it down. Get a little notebook or a piece of paper and just write down how long you were able to count for. Did you get to 10? Did you get to 15? Were you able to get all the way to 30 balancing on one leg? Make a note of it, and then you can come back to that another time, and we'll see if the balance exercises I'm going to give you, as long as you do them regularly, if they will help improve that balance. Okay, so you've done your little test, your one leg stand. Let's now start off with some exercises. So I'd like you to have your, whatever it is that you're using to balance, I'd like you to have that in front of you. Whether that's a chair, whether it's the countertop, if you're in the kitchen, it doesn't matter. You can do these exercises anywhere you like, where there's something just to put your hands onto. Okay, so what we're going to do is some heel raises to start with. So keeping the body nice and upright, okay, tucking your bottom under, pulling your tummy in, so we're engaging the core, and we're just going to rise up on our toes and come back down. Rise up on your toes and come back down. So use the chair as little or as much as you want, okay? Just going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. So we're lifting up and we're coming down. Lifting up with the heels and we're coming down, okay? So I've got the chair in front of me, lift up, try to go up in a straight line and come down. What I mean by that is we're not coming forward or leaning forward. We're trying to go as upright as possible, really pushing through the toes, through the feet, strengthening the ankles, and come down. And again, raise up and come down. Now this is one of those boiling a kettle moves. Fill up your kettle, switch it on while you wait. Let's do some heel raises. Okay? And again, up and down. You're probably looking to do sets of about 12 to 15 of those. The next exercise we're going to do, which you can also do while the kettle's boiling, you can switch between the two, is the opposite. We're going to raise the toes, okay? So instead of the heels coming up, we're going to raise the toes. Now again, really important, keep the bottom in, pull in from the tummy, get that core strength going, have the chair there if you want it, okay? Fingertips maybe touching the chair, and we're just going to raise the toes, trying to keep nice and upright, and come down. This feels a lot stranger than the heel raises, and it's going to engage some muscles that might not get used very often, but it's really important for ankle strength. Rise the toes and come down. Lift the toes and come down. Lift the toes and come down. Let's do a few more of these. Lift the toes and come down. As you can see, I'm not moving very much. Okay, try to avoid sticking your bottom out as you're doing this. But if you do feel wobbly when you're up on your heels, really simple, either come straight back down, hold on to that chair, or if you start to wobble backwards, just step out of it. Don't try and hold it so much that you get too wobbly and you fall, okay? That's not allowed. So we're raising the toes and we're coming back down. Now, what you can do from there is you can alternate between the two. So it's almost like rocking, but we need to make sure that we are in control of the whole movement. So we can start with the heel raise and come down, and we roll through our feet and we go up onto our heels. Feet, don't know what I'm saying now, and come back down. We'll try that again. So we're raising the heels, we're coming down through the feet, and then we're raising the toes. So we're engaging all of the muscles as we raise the toes. The muscles down the fronts of the legs are being drawn into that exercise. Let's do one more of those. Raise the heels, come back down through the feet and back up onto the heels with the toes raised. And feet still. Excellent, well done. Again, you can do sets of about 12 to 15 of those each time. Just any time you want. Boiling the kettle whilst you're waiting for the dinner to cook, it doesn't matter. If you're just standing there doing your heel toe raises, then you're going to be strengthening your ankles, strengthening your legs and improving your balance. It's all good. Okay, next thing we're going to do is a hamstring curl. Okay, so again, with the chair in front of us or the countertop, whatever it is, just fingertips resting on there, okay? And very simply, we're going to take the weight through one leg and we're going to bring the other leg up behind us, okay? And come back down. And we're going to alternate the legs here, so we take the pressure off. Okay, so other leg comes up, hamstring curl, and we come down. Again, keep the bottom tucked under, pull that tummy in. Let's make sure that our core is working here as well. A good, strong core is going to help your overall balance too. Okay, so we're working on this muscle down the back of the leg. Now, when you lift your leg behind you, you start to feel it cramp, which is very common, it's perfectly normal. Just take it down a notch. Don't try to lift that leg quite so high. As you improve and you do more of these on a regular basis, you can start to lift that leg a little bit higher. But putting that hamstring under that stress of raising, curling at the back, it's going to feel a little strange to start with. So if it cramps, just let the leg come down a little bit. We're not putting it up too high. Okay, so let's lift one leg and come down. Shift the weight, take the other leg up and come down. Repeat. One leg up and down, and the other leg and down. Now, as we're going through this, you might have started to feel it cramp at the beginning, but the more that you do now, it might start to feel okay. So if you're feeling okay, let's see if we can raise it a little bit more and come down. Can you lift curl that hamstring a bit more? Well done. Let's keep going. Hamstring curl and relax. Curl and relax. Let's do two more. One, relax, and two, and relax. Excellent. So, we've worked the feet, we've worked the ankles, and we've worked the hamstrings. Okay? It's quite a bit of work that the legs have been doing. So let's have a bit of a march just to loosen off and to get the blood flowing through those muscles again. Very good. Really important to do this. Don't rush the march. It's all good stuff. Again, and really easy to do at home. No equipment needed. Anyone can get up and do this. Okay. Very good. It's just a few more seconds. Making sure we've loosened up again. Excellent. Okay, the next set of exercises that we're going to do are going to, again, testing your balance and the sorts of things that sorts of positions that you might find yourself in normal daily life, going out and about, out for a walk, and you have to go past somebody, so your feet need to be closer together. That can feel, sometimes that can put us off and make us feel a little unbalanced. So the more practice you have in those positions, the more likely you are to be able to balance when it happens by chance. So we're going to do a heel-toe stand. Very simply, one foot stays where it is, the other foot comes round in front, put your heel to your toe and put that other foot flat on the floor. So we've literally got one foot directly in front of the other. You turn to the side so you can see exactly what I've done. Okay, got one foot down, the other foot is coming in front, placing it on the floor, one foot in front of the other. Now this is our balance. If you can let go of the chair here, that's great. If you want to put your arms out to the side, that's absolutely fine. Turn to the front again so you can see what I'm doing. One foot in front of the other, toe to heel, arms up to help you balance. Very good. And just hold it there. Okay, remember to pull in your bottom, tuck in your tummy, engage the core, and just feel yourself grounding through your feet, all the way down through your legs, through your feet and into the floor. You might feel wobbly. You've got your chair there if you need it. If your muscles feel wobbly or you feel a bit shaky, that's just your body working hard to make this work. Okay? So don't worry about it, it's fine. Okay, and relax, both back to normal. Just have a little walk through. Really simple action, but it does make your body work. Let's switch over. Let's put the other foot in front. I'll turn to the side so you can see. So we've got the alternative foot in front this time. Heel to toe. Can you let go of your chair? Can you put your arms out if you need to help you balance? Or you can have them by your side, it doesn't matter. But we're making the legs work. We're forcing ourselves down through our legs. Push down through your feet into the ground. We want to find that stable position. Try to make sure that you're spreading your weight equally between both of your feet. So we're not resting back on the back foot, we're actually distributing our weight evenly across both feet. And just hold it there. Very good. And relax. Okay, it seems so simple, but holding those balances are really, they're training your legs and your body to be able to know what to do when it gets into this precarious wobbly position. Okay, so the next step with that, the next thing to do with our heel-toe stand is to do a heel-toe walk. Now, I wouldn't advise doing this down through the room unless you've got something that you know you've got, put another chair there, so you've got something else to hold on to, if needs be. Or again, if you're in the kitchen, you can just work your way down the kitchen worktops. That's ideal. So you've always got something to grab onto should you lose your balance. But remember as well, if you do lose your balance, you've also got your legs that you can use to step out of that balance and regain control. Okay? So the heel-toe stand, the heel-toe walk is really very simple. One foot in front of the other. Okay? Tuck your bottom under, pull in your tummy, engage that core, feel the stability all the way down through your body, and then we're going to come forward slightly, bring that foot round, one in front of the other, and change. And again, back foot comes round, comes in front, putting the weight through both feet. And again, come round, one foot in front of the other, and step down. Okay, now it depends how much space you've got. You could do that all the way down through your kitchen or all the way down through your lounge, as long as you've got something nearby to grab hold on if you want to. Once you've gone a practice going forwards, Yep, you guessed it. We're going to go backwards. Again, one foot behind the other. Bit more wobbly this way. Find your balance spot. Okay, make sure you're engaging your core. Take the other leg round. Heel to toe. Take the weight through both feet and step back again. The other foot. Okay, really good. It's hard. It's hard to do it. It takes practice. Okay, a really simple movement can actually feel quite difficult. Take your time, practice those moves. So let's have a quick recap. We've done the heel raises, the toe raises, the combination of the two. We've done the hamstring curl. We've then looked at a heel toe stand, alternating which foot goes in front. And then we've looked at the heel toe walk. And we've gone forwards and we've gone backwards. Okay? Now, another little something that you might do, you could set up a little obstacle course for yourself with a couple of chairs. And you could actually do a walk around, almost like a figure of 8, using that heel toe walk, just going around, so you're changing direction, okay, and you're forcing your body to engage as you switch direction. And then it feels a little bit more like being out and about. I'm not saying when you're out and about you're walking heel toe, but sometimes if you're in a confined space or you have to go around somebody on a path, our area for our feet gets a little bit more narrow. And it's here when we can start to feel a little more precarious. So it's in those situations where we've suddenly got a little less space, the more your body is used to balancing when your feet are closer together, the better. Okay, right, last exercise for while we're here in our standing position, we're going to do an outer hip exercise. Now, it's really important to get our hips as strong as possible, okay? Not just because they're a big joint in our body and a big part of being able to walk and feeling stable, but also if we do fall, we want to make sure that these muscles here are nice and strong and are going to cushion us and help protect the hip bones underneath. So although we're working on bone strength and balance, we're also working on building that muscle around the hip to support it and to help moving forwards. Okay, so chair to the side, standing up nice and straight, nice and tall. We're going to take the weight on the leg closest to the chair and we're going to take the other leg out to the side. Now here's the important bit. Let the foot relax. Let it go floppy and just hang down towards the floor. It's really important that you do that because that position of the foot is what is engaging the outer part of the hip here. And let's come back down. Okay? If we were to lead with the toe, if we're leading with the toe, we're engaging the front of the thigh, and we're going to work on that in another exercise in a minute. So we don't want to do that one now. We need to make sure we're working the outer hip. Okay, so again, take the weight on the inner leg, just take the other leg out to the side. Doesn't have to go too far. You might feel it working pretty quickly. Let that foot just flop down towards the ground, and it's this outer part of the hip here that you should feel is working. And come back to standing. And again, take the weight, leg out to the side, let that foot drop, you can feel it in the outer hip, and come down. We'll do one more together. Take the weight, leg out to the side, let that foot drop down, and then while you're here, if you're feeling up to it, you can do some pulses. Really making that muscle work. Should be able to feel that. And come down. Just marching through your legs, through your feet, to get the blood going again. Now I'm just going to switch my chair to the other side. Doesn't matter what you do, you can turn however you're doing it. Okay? But I need to be here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're going to do the other leg now. So using your chair as a balance or whatever it is you're using, take the weight on the leg closest to that chair, and then other leg out to the side. Let the toes flop down towards the ground. Really important. It's the outer part of the hip and the thigh that you should feel this stretch through. And come down. Take the weight, leg out to the side, toe relaxed, foot floppy, and come back down. And again, take the weight, leg out to the side, let that foot relax, make sure it's the outer part of the hip that's working here, and come down. I'm going to do one more of those together. Take the weight, leg out to the side, foot floppy and relaxed, and let's just pulse it. 3, 4, 5, and down. Excellent. Just walking through your legs. Now, ideally, you want to be building up to say 8 to 10 repetitions on each leg. Okay? And do those as often as is possible. Right, let's just a bit of a march. Let's get the blood flowing again. Okay, excellent. Right, I'm going to get you to sit now. So I'm going to bring the chair round in front here, and I'm going to come round to the front of my chair and have a seat. And I've grabbed my rolled up towel, okay? Now what I'm going to do is just turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to pop this rolled up towel underneath, sort of just the part of my thigh closest to my knee of this leg, okay? I'm then going to sit up nice and straight, and I'm just going to raise the leg, flex the foot, and come back down. Raise the leg, flex the foot, and come back down. And again, raise the leg, so we're working the front of the thigh this time, and come back down. Raise that leg, flexing the foot, making the front of the thigh work, giving that some strength, and come down. And again, and relax. One more on this leg, up we go, and relax. Excellent. Switch over your towel, so we're working on the other leg. I'll turn around so you can see. Just comes underneath the top of your thigh, nearest your knee. Sitting up nice and straight. You can hold onto the chair if you need to. Okay, doesn't matter, or you can just have your hands loose. And we're just going to raise that thigh, flex through the foot, and come down. Using the muscles on the top, on the front of the thigh now. Let's pull it up, flex the foot towards you, and come down. All the way up, and come down. All the way up, and come down. All the way up, and come down. Excellent. So that's another really good exercise. Again, it's engaging a different part of the leg than with other parts that we've used before. So we've looked at the back of the leg, we've looked at the hip, and now we've looked at the front of the thigh as well. So there's no excuses. You're going to have good, strong legs after all of this. Excellent. Now again, repetition wise, you can look to do 12 to 15 repetitions on each leg and try and do them every day. Very last thing that we're going to do are some sit to stands, okay? And this is for the whole of the lower body, all of the lower body, getting it working. Okay, so first of all, we're going to get into a really good standing position, okay? Sounds daft, I know you can probably just stand up, but we're going to do it in this particular way. So I want you to come forward in your chair, and turn my chair so you can see what I'm doing. I've come forward, I've left a gap between my back and the back of the chair. I'm then going to take my feet back towards the chair a bit, and that will just shift my balance slightly. We're then going to push through the heels. I want you to push through the heels, and as you do, you might feel a little bounce up. As you're pushing through your heels, your bottom kind of bounces up. Now that's really important that we're pushing through the heels. If we make the heels work, then we're engaging the heels, these lovely big muscles here, and our bottoms when we're standing. And we're taking the pressure off our knees, okay, which is always going to be a good thing. So just push through your heels, almost like you're lifting your toes off the floor. Push through your heels. Feel that little bounce. And then we're literally going to say to ourselves, ready, steady and stand. We're going to push through the heels and drive the legs up. And just walking through here while we're there. Okay? So this is our sit to stand. So when we go to sit back down again, I want you to shuffle back until your legs touch the chair so you know it's there. You know it's there, it's right behind you, it's going to be there to support you. Okay? So you feel it on the back of your legs. We're then again going to just take the weight back slightly, just slightly, so we're pushing through our heels, and then we're going to take our bottoms down nice and slowly, bending, 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 bending until you're in that chair. Okay? And again, the purpose of taking the weight through the heels is to make sure that it's the big muscles in our bottoms and our thighs and our legs that are working, and it's not pressure through the knees. Okay, so again, come forward in your chair, leave a gap, feet back, feel that pressure through your heels, and we ready, steady and stand. Okay, there we go, we're up again, and then we're going to slowly take the legs back till we're touching the chair, and then we're going to stick our bottoms out, squat down, feel the weight through the heels, squat, 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 squat until you're in your chair again. Okay? Now what you might be able to do here, you might get really good. You might think, okay, this is good, I can do this, I'm going to go for it. So you can even see how many sit to stands you can do in 30 seconds. Okay, so obviously you can do them a little quicker, only if you feel that you're ready for it. Again, start in your chair, but you could see, okay, all of the things I've said, pushing through your heels, making sure that it's our bottoms and our thighs that are doing the work here and not our knees. Okay, really important. But you could say, well, I'm going to see if I can do 5 quick sit stands without stopping. Okay, so we go up and down, up and down, up and down. Push up through your heels and down. Push up, I've lost count, I think that's 5, and down. Okay, and that might feel absolutely fine. For some of you, you might be a bit slower, it doesn't matter. Okay, the important thing is that you're getting the technique right. So, that's the balance exercises, lots there to be getting on with. Everything is accessible to you in your own home, and all of those exercises are going to help you to become stronger and to help with your balance and to make all the lovely activities that we're all looking forward to getting outside and doing feel so much easier if our bodies are going to be looking after us while we're out there. Okay, so have a great day, have a great rest of the weekend. If you want any more advice or support about getting more active and about the types of activity groups or walking groups or anything else, any advice that you need, please do get in touch. It's Sophie at Healthy You East Cambs. Okay.